Do you want to tell me a little bit what you believe five-star service is and, you know, kind of methodology behind how we describe it?
Absolutely, yeah. One of the things that we think differentiates Woven, and one of the things that I think our clients really buy into, is this kind of exceptional level of service. And you know, I know everyone says we've got great service and all that kind of stuff, and it's a bit of a hygiene factor in a way, but we've really tried to build, it's a core value for us. We've tried to build the business around relationships. We want to foster long-term partnerships, strategic partnerships, you know, mutually respected partnerships with our clients. And we just want to deliver value over the long term. You know, the kind of work that we do is often, you know, we're really in there with the team. We really have to invest in insights. We really have to know these people and the business and what they're trying to do. We almost like as much, if not better, than they know their own business. Yeah. So that's a huge investment for both parties. Yeah. And it's not really worth doing that if it's going to be a very short-term relationship. You know, if we're just going to do one piece of work and then we're not going to work together, then we can't really get the depth of understanding that we want. So it's really important for us to build those incredibly strong relationships. And we've got relationships in this business with clients that have lasted, you know, decades, you know, 10 years. We've done this in the past as well. We've worked together previously where we've had relationships. So it's a massive thing. And we wrap all of that up in what we call our five-star service offer. Okay. And it's an idea we had, having been in the agency world for a long time. Again, we've seen things go wrong, and things do occasionally go wrong. No one's perfect. And this idea of the five-star service thing is we just wanted to capture those things instantly. So we didn't want problems to brew or gestate over weeks or months and our clients get disappointed. So every single week we just ask a very simple question: were we 5-star this week? We don't ask, were we okay? Was it all right? Are you happy? We say, were we 5-star? So we deliberately set the bar really high. And if it's not 5-star, tell us and we fix it. And that email basically then comes back from all of our live clients every week and comes straight to the senior leadership team, obviously yourself included. So we know exactly what the kind of client happiness score is, and it's a key metric for us. We look at it on our management report, as you know, every week. Yeah,
and it's like that when you go through the airport, isn't it? You got the smiley face, the okay face, the miserable face, and it's kind of like you just hit the button as you walk through, and it's as simple as that, isn't it? And that, like you say, that email comes through into the leadership team. If something isn't 5-star, then actually we can act on it before it becomes and festers away and becomes a problem.
Yeah. So we've set the bar high, and a lot of people have said, every week, is that a little bit excessive? And, you know, there's an argument around that, and some clients are more engaged with it than others, but, you know, we really want to do it on a weekly basis because we really don't want things to go longer than a week. If we don't get it right and there's a problem, then tell us. And it's like, we'll fix the problem, we'll escalate it, and we'll get the right people, because we want to deliver 5-star service. And the reason we think about it, we've used an analogy internally a few times. We think about like a restaurant, you know, again, the best in class Michelin starred restaurants, you know, it's not just about the food, it's about every touch point. You know, the place looks great, it smells great, the staff are polite and amazingly well trained. And, you know, the whole experience of dealing with this business is perfect and it's refined. And that's what a great Michelin star restaurant looks like. And we want to be that kind of business as an agency. We want every touch point to be fun, exciting, you know, challenging, well thought, whatever that experience needs to be. But we just want to deliver it at that kind of level, because there are too many people doing an average job of this, and same in the restaurant world. You know, there's plenty of places where they're empty day after day, and then there are other businesses that there's a 3-month waiting list and you can't get in. And the difference is because they do everything really, really, really well. And guess what? They're not the cheapest places either. You know,
you get what you pay for, right?
Yeah, so, you know, we're a fairly small business, we're a relatively boutique kind of business, and we major on service. You know, it is one of our core promises. You know, there's lots of people that can do this work. We do a great job of the work, we do incredible creative, but we wrap that up in this absolutely genuine and passionate sort of desire to build long-term relationships with our clients.
So I have my own view on this, but tell me your view. What do you think is a secret to forging long-term client relationships?
Yeah, well, I think there are obviously multiple factors, and we are lucky enough to have had some very, very long-term relationships with our clients. You know, I think maybe my record is 13 years with one client. We've certainly got some clients that are 7, 8 years at this point in time, and still going very strong and referring us into other clients as well. We've even got almost love letters from some of our clients, you know, saying this is the best agency, it's the best team I've ever worked with, blah, 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 blah. So, you know, we're obviously, we are getting it right. So I think sometimes it's trying to figure out what is that kind of magic sometimes. And a big part of it is just really bloody hard work, because at the end of the day, we're a business and these people need their objectives met, you know, so we do work really bloody hard and we are really committed. So, you know, we will push and we'll hit deadlines, and we, you know, again, back to this Michelin star thing, you know, there's a certain level of discipline required to keep getting it right all the time. So, you know, we want to develop people. We've got a big culture program. We've, you know, really happy to invest in training, all that kind of stuff. So you've got to have great people. You know, we've really got to have great people in the building, and there's really no substitute for that as a starting point. You know, again, that Michelin star thing, every time we put someone in front of a client, we want that person to deliver a great experience. And you can do that as a junior, or you can do it as one of the most senior people in the business. But again, you have to deliver at that kind of level, and that's fundamental for us. So I think we've got a lot of very high quality people. You know, we've got an amazing team. The team work really, really hard, and we are genuinely committed. You know, I think people can tell, you know, we're not just in it for a fast buck. We're not just trying to sell them the first thing that comes across that's got the highest margin in it, because we want a 10-year relationship with this client.
Absolutely, absolutely. So for me, I think it's building that relationship from the ground up, from as soon as you start, really taking the time to get to know the client, understand what's important to them, understand how they like to be communicated with and what works for them, because that's the foundations, and then you can build on that. So actually, when you have to have those difficult conversations, it makes it so much easier, because you see the person as a human, rather than this scary client, and they're, you know, it puts the nerves on. But I think also one of the things that makes Woven so special is the fact that we are so passionate about the work that we do, and that comes through in the deliverables, you know, and the client sees that, and they're bought into that, and they see that we care about their business. It's not just a job for us. And I think that also helps to cement that relationship, that people want to stay with us. Not only are they getting great work, but they're working with people who care passionately about, you know, their business and their, you know, their objectives.
And I think in some sense, the business model as well is designed, our business is designed to deliver those kind of experiences, because you will find the senior team involved with these accounts. So, you know, one of the criticisms we've seen a lot from agencies, and an experience that clients have often had and will recount, is the fact that they hire an agency based on the 4 people that come to the pitch, and then they never see those people ever again. And they just get passed to a junior team, depending on how much money they're spending. And, you know, even if you're spending a reasonable amount of money, but you're in a big agency, you can still be an afterthought. And no client wants to feel like an afterthought. So I think it's fair to say that none of our clients feel like an afterthought. You know, I think we probably overservice all of our accounts. They get lavished with attention, and, you know, and I think that's why they stay.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think that's the biggest kick for me, is being in front of clients. You know, I didn't work all the way up through the ranks of client servicing to just not be present in front of clients. You know, I love rolling up my sleeves, as you know, getting stuck into the detail and making change happen and driving things forward and delivering things, because you get such a buzz from it. And I think that's, you know, the client sees that, and, you know, like you say, they like to feel as though they're getting input from all levels of the business, and that, you know, we're all working together to make it work for them. Absolutely.
There's the oldest adage, I think, it's kind of a sales adage, but they say people buy people. And I think back to that thing is like, why does Woven retain 7-year relationships and get love letters from its clients? Well, the people are obviously doing a lot of things right, you know, and I think the clients buy the people. You know, the services are great and the outputs are great, and the design is this amazing, refined, creative. But, you know, if the relationship didn't work, all of that wouldn't matter. You know, they'd still go and find another agency that they wanted to work with.